The markets go up 3 weeks in a row. My name's D7, and I'll be your host here at Grok Trade. This is the weekend edition, good through Sunday, October 18th, 2015. And before I get into all these goodies on technical analysis, I am going to show you something. If you go to groktrade.com, scroll down to the bottom, I have a bunch of links down here you can sign up for. Even though they have different names, same class. And we're talking about the mentorship coming up in November. Next month, sign up. Both Meerkat and myself be talking to you briefly about the mentorship program. And by doing that, you will be well informed to exactly what the mentorship is and how it can benefit you, and you'll have all the information you could ever ask for in a very short amount of time. So go there and do that. Here we are looking at the spider daily chart. Drew two new lines. I've got a define swing low here, higher swing low here. I drew that line. I cloned this line. I copied it and put it up here to this area, which hit those two areas very, very nicely. So parallel lines going up. So we're in an uptrend, short-term uptrend with big area of resistance coming up. So I do see upside potential on the daily chart. Okay, so let me actually MACD show you this down here on the daily chart. Positive ticks going higher, but we're seeing a divergence happening already. So I'm not sold on this rally on the daily chart. And volume was very, very low here. And I want to show you a more important chart, and that is the weekly chart here. And this is the big story. We're up 3 weeks in a row on lower volume. Very, very light volume on this run higher. And now, just as I suspected, I've been talking about it, we hit our head at that resistance area and stalled. I think there's a good chance of us hitting our head right there and dropping yet again. I think that the markets could do that. If you look at the MACD down here, we're going higher, 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 but we're still sub-zero. And the histogram, look at this, histogram ticks are getting smaller. So that's telling me there's a slowing of momentum going into this resistance area. And there's the 20-week moving average coming down that you can't see because this trend line's there. There's just a lot of resistance here, a ton of resistance. And if I go and take a look at the monthly chart, we went higher, 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 but we did this. We're a little higher than what we were last month, but this is basically a tweezer top. But you can't call it a tweezer top because this is not the tie of an up leg. All this is, it was really close from being an inside trading candlestick from last month. We have a higher high and a higher low and a slight higher high. We're in the middle of the month, so I could see this being a high and us retracing just like we did last month. We went up, 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 up. Everything looked fine. And then the bears came in and drove it right back down. I could certainly see that being driven right back down with another upper shadow being created. Why do I say that? It's because the weekly chart, it all stems from us being at resistance, going higher on dissipating volume, MACD being below the zero line, and the histogram ticking lower. That does not bode well. And on Friday, all the major indices, except for small caps, were bullish. But small caps was actually marginally, and you can see it right here, bearish. But look what happened to the banks. The banks were not very bearish, but certainly more bearish than what the rest of the markets were. Not great to see. And I always, on the weekend edition, love to go to the NASDAQ, look at the Qs. And if you look at the daily chart, I had this trend line. We broke out of it. We're up, 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 looking very, very nicely here. Going to the upside, getting a little extended. I don't see any real resistance coming up anytime soon, but it just looks a little toppy to me, almost like a hanging man reversal pattern. And if I go to the weekly chart on this, we're up, 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 but we did get a close above the 20-week moving average, which is pretty good. But look at volume. It's horrible. It's dropping, dropping, dropping. MACD below the zero line. It's just not great. And if I take a quick look here on this one, do you remember last month where I said be looking for this to go bullish? I put an arrow there, and sure enough, boom. But look at this inside trading candlestick. We have a higher low, a lower high. So again, I can see this being driven right back down, a big bloody rest of the month. So just you have to be wary of that. And I know I'm throwing a lot of technical stuff at you here, but just bear with me. Let's take a look here at the banks. The banks are important here, okay? So we drop, 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 we pop, but look at the relative weakness of the banks, how we had dropped, and all the other daily charts have been going higher, 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 higher. We're not seeing that here on the banks. And furthermore, we're dropping, 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 dropping here on the MACD. We're above the zero line, stalled out here, just basing sideways. But I want to look at the weekly chart here. The weekly chart. Look at this. This is a bear flag on the week. Drop, 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 bear flag. I mean, this is big time trouble. Furthermore, on the banks, we dropped, we come up. We're at the zero line right now with a histogram ticking almost to nothing, telling us we're going to turn over. And if that turns over and starts heading down, this is going to be a nasty drop to the downside. Again, weekly on the NASDAQ, or on the banks rather. So this is sobering. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. Here we are looking at the banks monthly. Said, hey, be looking for a bounce here. Sure enough, boom, we got a bounce here. We tagged the support line. We made a higher high. It just looks weak to me. And I want to look at silver. So a lot of you guys love it when I do the silver stuff and precious metals. Here it is. We're going up, 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 up. We got through this trend line, which just got chopped away. But look at this. It's starting to roll over. B, looking to take some profits and wait for another entry on a pullback on silver. Let's take a quick look at gold. Gold's dropping. Get out. Be looking for a better a pullback buy. And if I go to the weekly charts here, love to look at the weeklies. The weeklies looking pretty bullish on silver. Silver, we popped up over a resistance line. So even if we got a little bearish here, I could see silver going bullish. Silver is bullish on a long term. Gold, same thing. Last week, just boom through this, and I wasn't here last week, so man, I would have went long gold if I saw it creep over that trend line, and I missed it. And I'll tell you, I was out on a boat catamaran, and long as you are by the seaside, by the shore, you're able to get internet access and you can trade. Actually, I think I posted a picture of me trading on the catamaran. I think facebook.com/Grok trade. Anyway, got a nice pop there. Not too shabby. And look at this. If I go to monthly, look at this monthly, boom, to the upside. And I showed, look at this arrow that I had there last month. I can't even remember putting the arrow in there, but said be looking for this to go higher, and it went higher. Boom, there it is, man. I love it when I call these things, but I hate it when I'm not in it. Oh, it's just heartbreaking. Let's go to gold. Sure enough, look at this. I had another line saying to go higher. Big breakout. I mean, I wish there was more volume. The volume is suspect. volume is not good on a breakout like this. Volume should have been big, 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 but this is only half the month, so that volume could get huge. So something to be looking for. Short term on precious metals, look for it to drop, but look for a great entry to get in. And I think you will be very happy that you did so. At Grok Trade, because you have forgotten already, go to groktrade.com, scroll down, there's the calendar. Every day Meerkat and I are jumping on here because of the importance of mentoring. We're in Vegas. It is the best time you will have all year. We want to teach you to make insane money in the markets. Just come and listen to the class. Be informed. That's all I ask. Catch you guys later. Like the video if you like it, share it, and subscribe.